What's going on, everybody? It's Canada Day. Hey, get out your Timbits and Poutine. Time to sit down and snack away. Joining me, forgive me, we're not going to have picture here for about the first minute or two, but joining me on this episode, it's Tommy B. What's going on, man? I'm sure you wish you were in Canada today. I know how much you loved your stay up here. Wish you had some Timbits.
Yeah. It'd be nice to have some Timbits, some Tim Hortons coffee today, but hey, we can't always get what we want, right?
Well, I mean, I guess it depends who you are.
Yeah, I guess so, huh?
I hear some people are pretty good at getting what they want.
Yeah, happy Canada Day, dude. Happy day.
Thank you. It's usually it's celebrated up here with NHL free agency, but because they still haven't gone back to a normal schedule since the pandemic started, we don't have that today. But it is a bit of an interesting show today that we have for you, as we're going to talk about Halloween ends. It sounds like some stuff is coming, and soon seems to be the word. And we're going to give credit to the people who first put this out, because it definitely was not us, although those of you that follow us on Patreon may have been hearing a thing or two this week from us, specifically the Fandomatics chat. And out of the kindness of my heart, a Halloween talk chat that I'm a part of, that our friend Solid Saturn, and I say that very loosely, likes to annoy everybody in. So, yeah. Also joining us on this show, he's also not Canadian, but I hear when, when he gets excited, he thinks of Poutine. It's Matty Whitfield. What's going on, buddy? We cannot hear you if you are here. Can anybody hear you?
Hey!
There he is.
He likes doing
Happy
that.
Inferior Country Day.
I don't know if yeah.
It's not 4th of July, Matt. That's 3 days from now.
Yeah. I would say that I can't agree with that. I'm sorry. Don't have anybody out there. Very happy where I reside. Maybe not as happy as, let's say, 5 years ago. but still happier than most. Yeah, it's a fun little show we have for today. A terrible graphic that I'm about to put up on screen, but a fun little show. Fill the chat with your questions and or comments. If you want to support the channel, you can go support us on Patreon, patreon.com/Phantom Empire. Lambkin Lane, wait for this one, is tomorrow night, a Saturday night Lambkin Lane. And you might not want to miss that episode. That's all I'm going to say on that front. So, yeah.
What happens if you do miss it?
Well, then if you're a Patreon member, you just go click the link and watch it after the fact. I never said you can't miss it live, but when you miss it live, you don't have the ability to ask questions like everybody else does. And I have a feeling there's going to be some questions asked tomorrow night. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, happy Canada Day. And to actually, you know what? Okay, I thought July 4th might have been. Oh, wait, I'm on the wrong. July 4th is Monday. Okay.
Correct.
And we're live on Tuesday. And I don't think Zach is here for this Monday's House of the Empire stream, but not stream, recording. Which, by the way, we do understand that the first episode has not been posted yet. The first 2 episodes are completely done and in the bag. We just have not posted them yet. They are coming soon. There was a bit of an audio issue on the saving of episode 1, so I'm going through that at the moment and attempting to fix it to the best of my ability. I don't like that. There we go. How's everyone doing? Happy Poutine Day. Happy fucking Poutine Day. Damn right. It would almost be criminal if I didn't have poutine today. I do believe
poutine actually.
What the hell is poutine?
Canada?
Yes, Quebec.
I've heard of it. What is it?
Hey, Chris is in the chat. What's going on, Chris? I'm not going to say what's going on. I've been watching your social media, man. Just actually, my fiance and I talked about it a little bit, and just want to say that our thoughts are with you, dude. And I hope everything is getting a bit better. And I'm sorry that you guys had to go through that. Sorry, what were you saying, Matt?
I've heard of poutine, but what is it?
So, it's fries, not frozen fries either, like properly fresh cut French fries when it's done right. With like fresh cheese curds on top of it, and then fresh boiling hot gravy on top of that, and it melts the French fries, and it looks phenomenal. I'm trying to get a picture here to throw up an idea what it looks like. So this is kinda a decent representation of what it looks like. The cheese, you want the cheese to melt more than that, though.
Yeah,
that's someone obviously doesn't have the gravy hot enough there, or the cheese is too hard. But it's good. It tastes fucking fantastic. I think Tommy tried a bite of it and decided it wasn't for him. A bite or two. I don't know. I can't remember. You didn't get your own poutine, did you? You tried a bite of mine, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. It was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. But it wasn't. It is not for me, but I'm not a fan of gravy to begin with, right? So.
I love gravy.
No brown gravy, not for me. Nah.
Lamb fries?
Is it brown gravy that they put on it?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I can deal.
I mean, depending on where you get it from, they definitely use different types of gravy. But then again, some places you'll go and they'll be like, "Hey, here's a frozen bag of fries," and I'm not kidding. I had a poutine once where you could tell the fries were just like McCain frozen fries. I'm not knocking anybody that eats them. That's fine. But when you're going out to like a restaurant, that's not what you want for your fries. That's not what you're paying for. It literally had frozen French fries, 2 cheese slices on top of it, and tin gravy that looked almost beige, almost like turkey gravy.
Oh my God.
And I literally didn't even take a bite of it. I looked right at it. You could tell what they had done. And I'm like, no, you can take that bad. Fuck that. Sorry, worked far too hard to allow money to be wasted by that. Chris said lamb fry. Who said lamb fries? Did I say lamb fries? One of you guys say lamb fries?
No. Yeah, lamb fries are legit.
Mr. Jack Heim says hello from Evansville, Indiana. Where's that? I mean, obviously it's in Indiana, but
it's in Evansville, Indiana.
It's North Indiana.
How close is that to you fellas? Far away?
It's closer to Tommy than me.
Tommy's like, far too close for my comfort.
I'm not going to Indiana.
Oh, man. Where's the lamb sauce? I don't know.
Ugh.
I don't know. So, yeah, we're just going to be taking a bunch of your questions here for the next 25, 30 minutes. But before we do so, we have a couple of not before. We'll switch it up. We'll go back and forth. So get your questions in. Here's where we are on the Halloween Ends front. Dean Renner and I, our boy Mean Dean, I have absolutely no idea if Dean is here today or if he's busy at the moment. But we've been having some fun at the expense of Solid Saturn in our Halloween talk chat because Solid doesn't know when to hit the off button for Halloween talk. So we've been having some fun at his expense. Tongue-in-cheek, sort of, to an extent. I think Dean might actually want to, bury him alive, but a different story. We played a trick on him earlier this week and said the Ends poster was
funny.
Coming like the next day or the day after, and we'd said a bunch of us had seen it, and Saturn has this thing where he likes to go around rickrolling everybody. But yeah, Tommy, do you want me to highlight that comment or not?
Sure, whatever.
Referring to so.
Facebook post, I think.
Our boy Jay Ryan, longtime supporter of the channel, says, Tommy, just wanted to say the LGBTQ community appreciates you very much and all of your support, man. XOXO. The first thing you need to know about this channel is we are an inclusive channel. We don't care if you speak English, French, Italian, whatever. You're welcome. You might want
no Klingon though. This is a Star Wars. Star Wars is represented here more than Star Trek.
You might want some subtitles on. That might help you. But it doesn't matter if you're white, black, blue, yellow, green, orange, or an alien, or a cat or a dog. Well, maybe not cats. But you're welcome here. This is a safe place, and we just want everybody to feel like a community. And Tommy is an upstanding individual when he's not hating on all things fandom. So, I'll take that. Damn,
he's not going around fucking himself,
Keith, question: why would Jimmy Champagne get to see the mask? From all everyone has heard, it's different from what he says. I saw Jimmy put out a video, but I'm going to reiterate what I've said before. I have not watched other YouTube creators in the Halloween or horror space in some time. I just don't have time. I listen to certain Star Wars creators now and then before I'm going to bed. But yeah, so I have no idea what Jimmy has said. If someone in the chat wants to fill me in, that's sure. But I'll say this: whether you like Jimmy's content or not, or some of the things he says, he has connections. Jimmy and I have had those conversations. We had those conversations on channel, live on air. He has some connections. And, if he wants to put out the content and say that he's seen the mask, then he's probably seen the mask. He's probably not lying to you, if that's what anybody's thinking. Not saying anyone's saying that. These things happen, and then you get a bunch of little triggered morons who get mad that some people see it before others, and then they feel that the way to respond to that, instead of being like, oh, hey, cool, that sounds awesome, or I don't know if I buy that, they turn around and harass people. That's what's in this community, and we've seen it front and center for the last few weeks. I'll say this: now I feel like I might have to we're driving a few cities over today, so I might turn on Jimmy's video and just listen to it. But I'm curious to hear what he says. But from what we know, the Kills mask is different. In fact, the Kills mask appears in two different ways, really, in this movie. We've been saying at length for a while now. At least I think we have. Maybe I've just been saying this on Patreon. I don't remember. But something happens during the events of Halloween Ends that changes the physical appearance of the mask. So yeah, I mean, why not? That's cool. That gives them a chance to sell more masks. So
the new Michael Myers mask is going to be a clown mask. That's what we're going to see. Yeah.
I actually did watch it.
1 second, Matt. I just want to give the audience, and then I'll let you follow it up. See how close it is. Jimmy said the mask will be way more grungy and grimy. The hair is greenish. There's less white on the mask. Very dirty. Burnt side is way darker, and there's a lot of mold and dried blood. Go ahead, Matt. I'm going to remove Tommy here because I think he is stepping away for a second. Yes, he is.
Yeah, because he's pretty much right on. He's pretty much right on point. From I actually watched the video. He said the burnt side's even more darker. You'll see blood from.
It would
they're
be.
saying it's from Karen.
When something
they're saying
when something catches on fire,
right.
And then if it doesn't completely disintegrate, and you look at it a few days later, it's darker. It's supposed to be darker, and it should be more moldy. And
right,
Matt, I would say that Jimmy's information lines up with basically everything we've covered up on our Patreon for the last.
Right, it does. Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's. Yeah. I've seen some concepts out there. There's one person that did like a side profile view concept of it, and to be clear, I've not seen the mask. I've seen a drawing of it, which I believe is after it gets altered. That looked like it had Leatherface stitching on it. I don't actually think it's Leatherface stitching. From what I was told, it sounds like there's an event that happens during Halloween Ends, and someone with fingernails claws at the mask really good. And leaves identifiable claw marks on the mask. So there's that, and I've heard the blood part, but I don't know if I've heard the Karen part. Obviously, we see the Karen portion of it at the end of Kills. But the blood part I've heard about has nothing to do with Karen. So
that's just Karen is alive.
Karen's dead. She's fucking dead, Matt. Get over it. She's gone.
I'm teasing. I'm teasing.
Hell.
I've come to the realization she's dead. As much as I don't want her to be dead. Because I have a crush on
her. He said it says no stitches, darker on the burnt side. Yeah, I can absolutely say that when we said there were stitches on it, we're definitely wrong about that. That's one that we got wrong. I have no problem admitting that. I wish more people would maybe own shit when they get it wrong. They're not stitches, they're claw marks. And I also don't believe it's on the burnt side either. I could be wrong on that.
I don't think it would be.
In fact, let me just send a real quick message right now and see if I can get some clarification.
Okay.
I highly doubt it. These things don't usually work that quickly.
I don't think they're going to open up the mask even more like they did in Rob Zombie's second one.
No, they're not going the Tyler Mane route. Not to my knowledge. Right. Anyway.
I mean, if they did like a little cut, you see more on his eye, like maybe like a cut down here and go back up, and you see a little bit of his eye, not the full on Tyler Mane, but a little bit. Maybe the cut when the girl goes like this, she catches that eye, and then she goes down like this, and part of it might come up.
We missed his birthday. Oh, apologies, Jay. I didn't know it was your birthday, man. Honestly, dude, for like 5-6 weeks now, I've been pulling 60, 70-hour weeks, and we have a newborn coming any week now. So life is a little crazy. I do want to address this comment because I do think it's fair. YouTube Lover says, how soon is soon? It means anything. You're not wrong. Soon can be, soon is the eye of the beholder, really, This is what I told. I got to watch what I say here. And to be clear, I don't know the date, so I'm not trying to pass it off as I know the date. I won't lie. When I heard earlier this week that it was soon, and I'm not the only one that heard it because I believe John Squires of, I think he's a bloody disgusting, had put out that it's coming soon as well. And there's a couple other people that did. So it is soon. Like, it is coming soon. You're not waiting another 21 or 24 or 25 days for it. It's not that far away. There's enough smoke to say there's fire from somewhere for sure. But when I heard about it earlier this week, my initial thought was, oh, these fuckers are going to drop it on Canada Day. And that has not happened. And I can tell you, as of last night around 11 p.m., the trailer had yet not been rated in Canada anyway. I can't tell you about anywhere else, but in Canada, that trailer has not been rated yet. And to go more so off of that, is the trailer itself. Take this one with a grain of salt. The trailer itself, to our knowledge, again, if we get it wrong, whatever, take it with a grain of salt. It's a rumor. But to our knowledge, we have no reason not to believe it. You know, yeah, I said that whole, since this person rarely gets shit wrong, why wouldn't we believe him this time? And no, we're not going to out our source. Fucking dicks. But to our knowledge, the trailer is not what was shown at CinemaCon. It is new. It's put together, from what we understand, it's been put together. And it doesn't mean it won't contain any of the stuff that's described in the CinemaCon trailer, but it sounds like a full-blown trailer, not, you know, let's recap the series for 70 seconds and then give you 15 or 20 seconds of Halloween Ends. That is not what we believe this trailer is. We believe this trailer is a full-blown out trailer. Maybe we're wrong. If we are, we'll own it. But again, I have no reason not to trust our source at the channel. And yeah, so you can expect, in my opinion, a full-blown Halloween Ends trailer in the next anywhere from, well, it's not going to come out today or tomorrow. It's Saturday. It's not coming out Sunday either. So you're looking at somewhere between 3 and 14 days from now, or even 3 and 12 days from now, really. 3 to 12 days. Sometime in that, like, 1 to 2 week area, I believe. But hey, who knows? Maybe they just fucking won't release anything till August. But that's not where all the signs are pointing.
No trail. All we're going to get is the movie. That's it.
You know what's going to happen is we're going to get the fucking thing, dude.
Trailer again.
Your input might have changed. I'm not sure. You sound a little different.
Check it out.
Yeah, I don't think you're coming through your headphones now.
Why he's not talking? That's my belief too. If you had asked me, I would say within 2 weeks.
Keith is right. Trailers don't have to be rated to go to social media, only when it's alongside note or a movie at the theater. You're right, Keith, but most full trailers get attached to movies. Now, they can come out online first. You're totally right. But I'm telling you right now, like, if you go to certain websites that have this information, you can see trailers that, like, literally just came out this week that were rated, you know, June 14th, June 8th. The Legend of Hank just got a rating that was June 28th. You know, so I won't be surprised if Halloween Ends pops up there in the next few days, and then we see something in the next week or two. But it's soon. We're not waiting that long. I think that's exciting.
How am I sounding now?
You sound much better. Much better.
Fantastic.
You know what's going to happen, though, fellas, is we're finally going to get the fucking trailer. And everyone's going to be like, oh, they showed too much. Why are they showing too much? I can't.
That's what I'm saying. We'll get the whole movie in there again. It's going to be all the same stuff when we got the Kills trailer.
Man.
It'll leak again. It'll leak in advance.
I don't think so, because they've kept this one pretty close to the chest as far as leaks.
I'll tell you, man, at the end of the day, and I know people misunderstand how this works. Universal chooses how to market this film, not Blumhouse. It's not the way it works. And I'm telling you, go watch the last few trailers to the last few big Universal movies and see how much of the movie they give away. I'm not even talking Halloween Kills. I'm talking The Fast and the Furious. I'm talking Jurassic World Dominion. I'm talking, I can't remember the other one. But they give away a ton of the movie. I'm telling you, you're going to see this trailer and they're probably going to give away way too much of the movie, and you're going to have people going, well, why didn't they just give us the CinemaCon thing? Because that's what people do. It's 2022. We all have to have something to bitch about, right? Like, is that not how most fandom works?
Mm-hmm.
The way I see it.
Today, I am bitching about them Canadians. Y'all are made out to be these lovely people. Y'all are bigger a-holes.
How would you react if the trailer for Halloween Ends leaked? I would show everyone but you. No. I would not post it on any of our social media because guess what? It leaked last year too, and we didn't post it on our social media. We waited for the.
Did you actually watch it, Sean? Did you watch the full thing?
I seen like 10 seconds. Someone sent me an Instagram clip, and it was enough for me to go, "Yeah, this is garbage. I'm waiting for the real thing." When
I saw it floating around too, same, but I avoided it like the plague.
So. What, Ends?
No, the Kills trailer when that grainy, ugly-looking one of it leaked last year.
What's going on, Chad?
And then what's the damn? Universal tried to get ahead of it and went ahead and released it. It was like 2 or 3 days.
I like Liam's take here. He says, couldn't care less about spoilers. Most of it's forgotten when I'm sitting in the cinema anyway. I don't know if most of it's forgotten, but I like spoilers because it gives you a sense of where to set your expectations for the film. And when you don't know, you could be totally blown away and it could be the best experience ever. Or you could have insane expectations, not know anything, and it be one of the most horrible experiences you ever have at a cinema.
So I had all of Kills spoiled for me because I read the script, right? But I was cool with it. I still really enjoyed the film. Now, I also had all of The Rise of Skywalker spoiled for me and did not enjoy said film. I thought it was one of the most underwhelming films I've ever seen. And part of me is like, hey, would I have enjoyed it a little more if I didn't have it spoiled for me? But then the other part of me is like, I don't like that movie and much at all. I mean, it's okay, but it's really like lower tier of all of Star Wars theatrical releases to me, as far as I'm concerned.
That movie is certainly the worst Star Wars product of the modern day, and they know it is too. That's why there's been a break. The interesting thing, though, is the new novel they just put out. And by the way, if anybody wants to bring it back to horror chat or Halloween chat, you can do so in the Q&A. We're only going to be live here for another, at absolute most, 20 minutes, probably 15. So keep those questions coming in. I hope everybody's having a fantastic Friday. And if you're in Canada, happy Canada Day. Have a poutine or Timbits or both. But I want to
bitch about America a little bit.
Sorry, say that again, Tommy?
Bitch about America a little bit on Canada Day.
I won't stop then. Some things going on down there I don't agree with at all. But yeah. Apologies. You can probably hear my laundry going off in the background. So this novel, what's going on, Mike? Happy Canada Day, bro. This novel, Shadow of the Sith, has been the most heavily hyped Star Wars novel that they've put out in the Disney era. The marketing behind it has been right up there with the High Republic, if not more so. And this novel takes place, I believe it's around 17 years after Return of the Jedi and 13 years before The Force Awakens. This novel is adding so many layers of depth, specifically to The Rise of Skywalker, but the sequel trilogy in whole. And should they have to do this to make the story more serviceable for fans? No, they shouldn't. The movies should be able to stand on their own, and as a trilogy, they don't. Not in my opinion, anyway. But this particular novel, to give you an idea, this is what I'll tell you about it, is it features Force ghosts. It features, as you see, Luke and Lando there. Luke has sort of like his own story, which features, or it's like an ensemble. So one part of the story, you're following Luke Skywalker, Ben Solo, and Lor-San Tekka, who is played by the late great Max von Sydow in The Force Awakens. and then you're following Lando sort of doing his own thing, but you're also following two characters by the name of Dathan and Miramir and their daughter Rey. And you're introduced to this almost like the secret society of the Sith. And I won't get into the details of how they exist. If you've seen The Rise of Skywalker, you see them without absolutely any explanation whatsoever. They never tell you what the fuck's going on there properly. And this novel not just alludes to that, it's a deep dive, and it lets you know that, hey, maybe if they would have made The Rise of Skywalker 3 hours instead of 2 hours and 10 minutes, you would have had an extra hour to have all these layers in that movie. People can whine and cry all they want about The Last Jedi, but The Last Jedi is a much better put together film than The Rise of Skywalker. It is that simple. But this novel, which is already out, by the way, Jesse, I've seen that. This novel, I can't believe the things it does. I got the audiobook on Audible. It's like almost an 18-hour audiobook. I'm almost a third of the way through it, and it's been mind-blowing, and it literally has me wanting to watch the sequel trilogy again, because once you read it, kind of like with the Kenobi series, once you watch Kenobi, you'll never view the prequels or the original trilogy the same, because you've seen that series and you project what the events of that series onto your viewings of those other things. Everybody does it. It's just human. That's what happens. And this novel is doing a lot for the sequels. It won't be enough for the average fan, because the average fan will never read this novel. But if you're, a pretty big Star Wars fan or a diehard fan, I think this is a must-buy. I'm absolutely loving it. Tommy, you haven't checked this out yet, but you've heard some things about it. How intrigued are you at the possibility of this novel fixing almost The Rise of Skywalker? Because clearly that's their intent.
So yeah, the Rise of Skywalker, like I just got done saying, is really lower tier Star Wars for me with all the theatrical releases. Totally agree with you. The Last Jedi, I didn't like some of the story choices that were made. However, in a previous show, when we did like a pick your favorite scenes sort of thing, I was surprised by how many Last Jedi scenes were on that list. The Last Jedi is legitimately a good movie. And it took a long time for me to come to terms with that. It's just that I didn't like how it followed things. I didn't like some of the logistics that went into it, and that's because of sequel trilogy planning. But we've talked that topic to death. So when we're talking about this book, The Shadow of the Sith, and what it can do for the trilogy as a whole, I am beyond excited for it. I've tried to get in and get started on this audiobook. Ran into some issues with that myself with the service I was using. Got to figure that out, see how I can do that. But I'm definitely planning on going through this, if nothing else. I haven't done my best with keeping up with the book releases of Star Wars throughout the current timeline. I did the first High Republic one. I did the Ahsoka one. I did another one or two, but there's just so much I haven't touched, and this is just an example, I think, of books I really, really need to dive into to just really appreciate the story and get that whole love for the expanded Star Wars timeline that really drove not just the love of the Star Wars story, kept it relevant, but it really drove the fandom by itself for many years back during the EU era. So yeah, I'm looking forward to diving in myself at some point.
Sorry, I'm muted. Matt, any questions about the book? I'm sure you don't really read them, if at all, but I stand by what I said, man. I really think that this changes
I'm getting now
sequel trilogy. It's I will say this: anybody who's like a diehard Star Wars fan that maybe doesn't like other genres, this book comes off like a horror movie. That is the writing style of this book. You're dealing with a lot of supernatural aspects which they usually allude to in Star Wars but don't focus on very much. This book is almost like it has Star Wars feeling to it, but it's more along the lines of how you feel during Knights of the Old Republic 2, maybe the video game. It has some Indiana Jones flavor in it with all the archaeologist stuff. Pardon me. And then you also have it feeling, in my opinion, at times just like a suspenseful horror movie with a lot of the clues and stuff that's going on, almost like a detective movie, if you will, at times. And it's a little slower paced. You're going to follow characters that you've maybe briefly heard of. Like you don't really know Rey's parents, so you get to know them and Rey's in it. You also get to follow Ochi, who's brought up in The Rise of Skywalker. He was the Jedi Hunter. His character is rather... Tommy's smiling about something. I'm going to find out why in a second. But yeah. What are we smiling at, Tommy? I don't know what you're going on about here.
I just sent our guy in the chat, Jay Ryan, a hilarious gif of a hoodie. Jay, if you're still watching the video, what's the deal with hoodies? Why don't you like hoodies, dude? This is not the first time you wrote a message about that.
Maybe he doesn't like yellow hoodies. But yeah, Matt, I'd give it a try, man. It's a long audio book. I'm only about a third of the way through it. But once I'm done, it's going to be something that I create some content on the channel for, because it's arguably my favorite beginning to any Star Wars novel ever. So I'm really digging it. And there's some fan service moments, but they fit in with the story. And I'll tease this. You get a reunion of certain family members that is just incredible. So be on the lookout for that. Oh, not just be on the lookout for that. It's out today. Let's go Q&A here, guys. We'll go Q&A for 10 minutes, and we'll get the hell out of here. Let me go back in the chat. Do I think Halloween Ends will make more than Halloween Kills?
Nope.
No, I don't. I'm just being honest. I don't.
You don't think Ends is going to make as much money as Kills?
I don't. And yeah, I know the Kills was affected by the vendor. That's how I feel. It'll be close. It'll be very close.
And Kills was hurt also because, that goes in with the impact of the pandemic, but it went straight to streaming, right? So
I hope I'm wrong.
Streaming in a way that many of us already had for free. So, what can you do?
Yeah, it is what it is. Keith says Kills on paper much better than on screen. I agree. Totally agree. 100%. Yeah, it looks like I still have a little bit more time. It's not ready. About 10 minutes or so. Something interesting to note is that the Ticket to Paradise trailer, another Universal movie, got released the same day it was rated. Yeah, I can't sit here and tell you what the turnaround time is. I also have never, ever heard of that movie in my life. Not saying it's not big. Maybe it is. I don't know. I've just never heard of it. The turnaround time could be quick. Like the trailer could get rated and it could be out a day or two later. Could be a week later. We just don't know, but everyone seems to think that that it's coming very soon. And I'll say this, and I'm not hyping up our sources, because the people that are nice enough to provide us with the information at the channel are far more right than they're wrong. But a guy like John Squires, regardless of what you think of his work, does not put out that it's coming soon. And I believe his words were very soon, unless it's coming very soon. I trust John. We've only had a couple of exchanges online. He's actually been in our chat before a couple of times too. So if he's saying it's coming soon and our source is saying it's coming soon, it's coming soon. You're not going to be seeing this thing the third week of July. I truly believe that. I'd be shocked. Let me look at my calendar here. I would be shocked if you don't have the trailer by July 14th, is what I would say.
Same here.
What else do we got in the chat, fellas? Nothing will stop the return of the Sith, says Solid Saturn. Oh, you have no idea. You have no idea. And we're not just talking about Palpatine.
See, here's a side note to go with that, Sean, for me. So we're talking this this whole concept of Palpatine's hidden Sith cult. Did you read any of those small little? I think they were all freely released actually. Books about the Sith that was. Best way to explain this. It ended up fast forwarding to the future. It was that organization that was Sith, where the EU timeline ended with Luke Skywalker and Ben Skywalker and all that. Do you think they took inspiration from that group for this? Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dude, they've gotten to. I see Ian's in the chat. What's going on, buddy? I'll answer this question really quickly here. How do you think they would celebrate Halloween on Naboo? I would think that Naboo would celebrate it as close to Earth as possible, because that's the vibe I get from Naboo. Although, in very rich ways, maybe instead of letting the lights, the little candlelight things that everyone lets float up into the sky inside of balloons, maybe they'd be like jack-o'-lantern like things. I don't know. How about you, man? How do you? He also says the new trilogy 100% ripped the EU. Yeah, but not in a very good way. Like The Rise of Skywalker was thrown together with no explanation. For us to know the EU, know what they were going for, but it's like the average fan didn't know what the fuck they were going for. The average movie critic didn't know what the fuck they were going for. And I will say this, dude, if you get a chance, Shadow of the Sith, man, you're going to love it. Absolutely love it. You should check it out. We should definitely talk about it. And Ian and I got a little something coming for everybody. And by the way, for those that are wondering, we have removed almost everybody from our Discord. Ian and I, slowly, because of my schedule, just keeps slowing us down, are repurposing our Discord server, and the Discord server will be available to any Patreon member on the channel, and that's where we will ask everyone to focus. The off-air conversation is on the Discord channel. So you'll see different chats over there and shit. So if you're a supporter of Patreon, you'll get a link to that. And yes, check that out soon-ish. I'm just going to say ish because I just don't know when, okay? Yeah. Let me go back now. I think, Tommy, to be more clear, specifically in Shadow of the Sith, they refer to that Sith group on Exegol, which has way more meaning than the movie lets you know, as the Sith Eternal. The Sith Eternal. So they do have a bit of a name. I'm trying to see where I was here on the chat before we get going. We did Nothing Will Stop. We did When's the Book Come Out? Who's included in the final battle of Halloween Ends? Why the hell would I answer that here, sir? How about this? I'll tell you how many people are included in the final battle. Primarily included. So I'm not saying no one else shows up, but the focus is 3 people. So read into that how you want. Sean, Aaron, is he the angry neighbor character in Ends? Runtime a little longer with reshoots, maybe? Aaron seems to be in Ends. Are we talking like Aaron from H-18? Is that where we're going with this? Because I'll tell you right now, I have not heard that one single time from anywhere. Period. So, no. My guess would be no. I feel like I would have heard that. But hey, if we were wrong about that, that would be cool. It just seemed like his character was very, very dead. And I feel like they've already confirmed that too. But who knows? Do you think personally Michael should win and everyone else should die at the end? What do you guys think?
Mm-mm.
Of course.
It'd make it more interesting, but I wouldn't want to see it. I want to really think it's a duel.
I don't think they'll do it. I don't think they'll roll with it.
It's what I would have done. In other words, it's not happening. More than likely. I never get my way on shit. Want something, don't get it. Right? So, that's the way I look at it. I don't think you would ever see a Michael definitive win where everyone else is dead and he's alive. I don't think they'd go that way. I think the most you'll get is ambiguous. And I don't even know if they're going that way by the sounds of it. So we'll see. I hope they do, though. Reshoots are happening right now. Chad says, I'll take whatever Star Wars I can get up to and including Last Jedi. Well, I would say this, Chad. If you get a chance, pick up Shadows of the Sith. Even just get the audiobook. It's a new guy doing it, too. And just when you're driving around, pop it on. Listen to a half an hour here, an hour there. And I think as you're listening to that book or reading that book, it's going to make you want to go back and rewatch the sequels. I know it does for me. That doesn't excuse the errors and shit job they did at times, but it does add layers to the story. And I'm not even done the book yet. So that said, I'm not done the book yet, so I could possibly think the last 2/3 are terrible. I'm only a third into it. So, Little Joey, did you guys see the news about Sydney possibly coming back for 6 and 7? I know Tommy doesn't keep up with Scream stuff too much, but Matt, you kind of do. Have you seen the news?
Nothing more than rumors at this point. Nothing concrete. But I think the studio might have gotten the blowback of her not being in there, so they might have come to a better figure. We just don't know yet.
Oh, it's a money thing. That much we do know. I would say it sounds very gossipy right now, and if her role was only 3 or 4 days to shoot, then that is something that they could do and keep under wraps. I just don't know that it has happened. For the studio's sake, though, I hope they do fix the issue because it's a bad look. It's 2022. It's a very bad look.
Mm-hmm.
Hoodies are fine, Tommy, but Big Bird is a no-no.
Yeah, I caught that earlier. Wow. Yeah. Hey, not everyone likes yellow, right? Yellow's been a good color for me over the past several years. I roll with the yellow, purple, sometimes a bit of green too. Tends to be my go-to colors.
Ian says, "Happy Canada Day, fellas! Happy Canada Day to you too, sir. Man, I hope you're. I really hope you're well, and I'm sorry that I haven't been able to stay in contact very much the last few weeks." I like the idea of Michael leaving his mask on the ground and disappearing into fog and being gone. I've always liked the idea of them replicating but doing it differently, the original ending to Halloween. I think that's how Michael should fade away into the night. I don't think the boogeyman should definitively die, but I'm not the one making these movies. Do you think Michael will appear on film in 2022?
What was the question again?
Do you think Michael will appear on film in 2022? I don't. Are you asking if we think the film might be delayed?
Or that we think that the film will fast forward to 2022 with Michael Myers alive?
Oh, do I think Michael Myers appears in the year 2022 in the film? Yes, he does. That fucking bullshit about him dying in the first 15 minutes of the film does not happen. That's someone pulling shit from their ass, hoping it sticks against the wall. Unless that's what they're reshooting, in which case I would be stunned. But as of right now, that shit doesn't happen. Daniel, do you expect an announcement from Scream Factory re the Halloween 4K soon? He's talking about the rumored Halloween 6, which I don't know if it's both versions. It'd be kind of cool if it was. Halloween H2O and Halloween Resurrection 4Ks that are similar to, at least I hope, they end up similar to this guy. So, anyway. I don't know, man. I don't know if Dean Renner's in the chat here or not. If you know Dean has a leg up on all that shit, man. Physical media release, Dean's the guy. But if the goal, I think the intended date's the beginning of October. If they hit it, just remember last year it was delayed. They got to get on it soon if they want to hit that date. So very soon would be my guess. Sometime in the next month to 6 weeks at most. How likely would it that in the future we have a Michael Myers crossover movie with Pinhead or anyone else? Extremely unlikely. I don't think they'll go that route again, ever again, to be honest, with any of those characters. unless they do one that includes several of those characters and a bunch of different studios are in on it. I could see something like that, but a 1v1 with like high-end characters, the big box office guys, I don't think will ever happen again. Just my opinion. Ends 165 million worldwide box office dollars is Keith's prediction. What did Kills finish with? I feel like Kills was close to 150.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I'm just pulling it up here right now because we don't have a producer. 131. Oh, no, that's wrong, actually. No, it's right, actually. Sorry, there's two different things being shown here, but it made $131 million worldwide, so about 120 less than the last one. And I think this one will probably be somewhere between 120 and 150. I do. I don't think you're going back to those 2018 numbers. I see no reason why that would happen. What's going on, Troy? Appreciate the message today, buddy. That was very uplifting. Thank you. Guys, I rewatched Halloween Kills, and I have trouble enjoying it. I'm not excited for Ends. Are you all experiencing this too? I haven't watched Halloween Kills at all in the year 2022. I'm going to rectify that soon. I want to watch 18 Kills back-to-back, just like I want to go back and watch Halloween 1, 2, and 4 back-to-back. That's how I first experienced Halloween. Haven't done it again since. I'm not feeling that way, man. I feel like my expectations for Kills were reasonably placed. I'll have a better idea in 2 or 3 weeks how excited I should be for this movie or not once we know what went on with reshoots. Again, these are fairly extensive reshoots for a horror film, regardless of what anyone's saying. They are. So we'll see what happens. I'll say this right now, though. I've said it before. I'm more positive today than I was 6 months ago. And I do think that's important. How about you guys? You guys fairly confident with Ends, or are you on the fence?
I haven't watched it. Same as you. Maybe sooner or later I'll go through it, throw it as something to have on the TV. Maybe today. Yeah. But I've always enjoyed Kills. If for no other reason than the carnage, right? I mean, it's exciting. It's the most ruthless we ever see Michael Myers be. So, like you, and we've discussed this before. I think it was a Lambkin Lane now. The whole attitude towards Ends has really changed over time as more stuff has been fleshed out. We've gotten a little more context on some stuff. So I'm more optimistic. The reshoots are a little concerning, but we'll see what happens.
I'm optimistic too. I'm going to say, I mean, I think I went in, I was really happy with 18. And my expectations kind of got hit pretty hard with Halloween Kills. It's an okay movie in my opinion, but I think from what I've heard through Sean and the channel, my expectations have gone up a little bit. It wasn't like me going in to go see Top Gun, because I've always been a big Top Gun fan, so my expectations were already up there. And I mean, I couldn't help it, and it came through. So Top Gun's not Halloween, but it's just like, you got to be optimistic. You got to think they're going to get it right. They're not giving us anything. And God, we hope Universal doesn't spoil the whole damn movie again, essentially in a 2-minute trailer. So
I'm telling you, man, they're going to show a shit ton in the trailer, and people are going to be whining. And the same people, and don't take too much offense to this, everyone. I really don't intend it in that sort of way. But the same people that have been, frustrated that we don't have a trailer, most of those individuals are going to be the same ones whining that we got way the fuck too much of this with this trailer. That's exactly what has happened with the last 2 movies. There's no reason why that's going to change. That's how online works these days. Keith asks, Sean, do you think Ends will make less than Kills because of the story and lack of Michael? What we know about the story, I think it's the best conceived story of the trilogy. That does not mean it'll be the best movie of the trilogy. I think it's the best conceived story of the trilogy. And I will say this. I don't think we've talked too much publicly about this. At least away from our Patreon, I really hope people keep their expectations really low with how much they're going to see Michael in this film. This is not Halloween Kills. He is not in, on your screen once every 5 minutes or 10 minutes. There's a lengthy wait to see Michael at the beginning of this film unless something changes during reshoots. And it's been 4 years, guys. They need to lay foundation. You need to catch up with old characters and new characters and see where they are nearly half a decade later before you get into, the typical slasher horror movie killing people. These Halloween movies, whether you like them or not, and I see somebody in the chat doesn't like them, they're layered. They're layered better than all of the other Halloween movies that have come out before it, just because of the way storytelling is today. Doesn't mean they're better than those movies, but you will get a layered movie with different things as the focus. You all right, Tommy? Halloween talk driving you nuts, man? You're literally almost in the fetal position.
I'm literally almost in the fetal position. Yeah, I'm just worried. Michael's going to come out of my closet behind here and come after me. Already got his wrong way face there and everything, right?
Yeah. By the way, everybody, we are in our final 2 or 3 minutes here. We're just wrapping up. I'm trying to find where I was in the chat. Keith says, no Peacock, 100% guaranteed. I will 110% guarantee you that there will be Peacock for Halloween Ends. I just don't think it will be day-and-day release. It could be 30 to 45 days after Halloween Ends. If for whatever reason you don't want to see this in a movie theater, it will come to Peacock and not long after release. But unless something in the world changes, it's not going to be day and date. Ian says, big plans ahead. Lots to look forward to soonish indeed. Yeah, there is a lot to look forward to. In fact, things that people at this channel don't even know about yet. So looking forward to that, man. All right, we'll take 3 more. I got to pick. Sorry, if anybody's desperate to get one in, then I'd say send in a super chat. We're going to pick 3 more. We got to go here. Who are we going to pick? We've done lots of Keith. We've done a few Troy. We've done lots of Ian. Let's go with this one. Do you think Laurie Strode will have a similar amount of screen time as Kills, or closer to 18? It's much closer to 18. It's way more than Halloween Kills. I know her shooting schedule might give the idea that wasn't the case, but they just spent an entire week filming a bunch of Laurie stuff. So, shut up. You're engaged. You got something. Oh, on a personal level, man, absolutely. But I'll tell you what. There are people out there that just want to be engaged to someone for the sake of being engaged, being in relationships for the sake of being in relationships, or having friends just for the sake of having friends, and not caring about the other person on that side. That's not me whatsoever. I'm greatly thankful for what I have here, and it's why I responded in the manner I did to a piece of shit troll this week. So, what do we got here?
Anyone who's Stranger Things fans,
on The Vanished. Yeah, I'm being summoned. Any news on The Vanished? Jay, we put out a video. I don't remember which one it was. We put out a behind-the-scenes video earlier this week, which includes bloopers and stuff and alternate takes and whatnot. It's about 6 minutes long. Not this week, this month, sorry. So it's on one of those streams. I'll put it as its own video eventually. But I can tell you that we have about a day and a half of reshoots coming up sometime towards the end of August, which is crazy, or early September. And Chris, who's a Patreon member and a longtime supporter of this channel, I'll reveal this, is working on almost like an infused form of a Halloween 4 and Halloween Kills mask together. So take your Halloween 4 mask and add some of the alterations you see on the Halloween Kills burnt mask. And that's the type of Halloween 4 mask we're going for. And that's in the works as we speak. So that would be the other thing. And the final question, this isn't a question, but Tommy says, check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/fandomempire. Join today because that is the way we appreciate all support at the channel. It means a lot. Be sure to click the like button, hit subscribe, leave a comment. We appreciate the support. If you're Canadian, happy Canada Day and all of that other good shit. Final question. Who are we picking? Who gets the last one? That is the... Okay, so hang on. This is what we're going to end with. Just because I really don't give a shit for people like this. Michael should have said the N-word when he made his kills. It would have made it 100 times better. No, you ignorant fucking dipshit. He should not have done that because this is 2022. And as we said at the beginning of the show, we welcome everybody here, regardless of what language you speak, regardless of what color you are. So do us a favor, fuck off, and don't ever come back. Happy Canada Day, everyone. Matt, thanks for doing this today.
It's no problem. At all.
It's coming soon, man. And then you'll find out Karen's still alive, and you'll be thrilled. She's not. She's dead. Get over it. Tommy B, where can everybody find you at, man?
Find me floating around Facebook, and I've recently resurfaced on Twitter at TommyB1650.
I saw that. I did. I took a dig at you for it, too. So I can't help it. I can't help it. Anyways, that's going to do it for us. We'll see those of you that are Patreon members tomorrow night at some point. It might be a late night thing. It might not be till 10 or 11 o'clock. But we got some big end shit tomorrow night on that stream and just some general Halloween talk as well. And then Tuesday, I believe, is our next show. So be on the lookout for that. Big thanks to Tommy, Matt, everybody in the chats. Happy Canada Day. Have a poutine. Have some Timbits. We'll see you next time. Have some what? Ketchup chips? That's just a Canada thing too?
Ew.
Oh, you don't have ketchup chips, Matt? You know what? You can actually get poutine chips up here now.
I've seen them before. You don't need any of that.
Tommy's gonna get him.
Now I might make some poutine tonight because that sounds pretty damn good.
Poutine is good. I don't know about you making it, but poutine is good. We'll see you next time, everybody. Have a great weekend.